Camera stand still. Okay, so I'm back. Just trimmed off the ends of the veneer that we applied and I glued up on the sides of the neck pocket. And we did that, just in case you don't know, we did that because the neck wasn't sitting so tight. It was rocking back and forth. It wasn't sitting up straight. And so now that the veneer's in there, glued and ready, clamp down. And that guitar is sitting nice and tight. Sorry, bump the camera here. It's sitting nice and tight. Nothing holding it up right now, but just the force of the wood sitting, squeezing that neck together. Okay, set this aside. And right now I'm just doing some cleanup on the pocket here. There's some glue residue at the bottom, and kind of smoothing out the edges of the corners here. So trying to get it nice and smooth. It'd be easier to do this now than later after I glue the neck, so save myself the work of having to go in there and be super careful later on when I am doing whatever finish I'm going to do for this. And I'm definitely going to do a quick wash of this Ocean Peacock Blue I got from Amazon from J.E. Moser, and I love that. It's an aniline dye. You just add a little bit of water and it's so strong that the color just sits in there real tight. And that Peacock Ocean Blue Green color of his is just awesome looking. I got it applied to a couple of my guitars, and so far it's been my favorite color to use. And I also got some of his ebony, so it's going to be a nice dark blue. A good representation of it is Sully Guitars has this Shipwreck guitar. It's kind of his version of a Firebird. He does a lot of great guitars, and like he takes all classics like Strats, Les Pauls. He has a version of the Les Paul he has is a 71. It's just an awesome looking guitar. One of these days I'm going to own one of those. Anyway, so right here, around the corners here, I'm going to do some cleanup with a little blade. Oh, wrong button. Nice and sharp. I just put this on here earlier. So we go down the bottom and scrape. Yep, there's a big spot right there. So see if I could get that with my chisel actually. I'll raise this up a little bit. Yep, that's getting to it a lot easier. But there was just some glue squeeze out that went down there when I put the veneer on, so I want to clean that up so the neck sits perfectly flush to the bottom of this pocket. So do it clean. Shouldn't take too much. Okay, that's almost done actually. Side shouldn't be any much on this side here. I'm kind of pushing up against the bottom. Sorry, you couldn't see that. Here, let me adjust the camera. See my big gut there, but I was scraping away some of the glue residue at the bottom here. Didn't get to see most of that, but now you're actually able to see. Okay. Anyway, trying to keep it as straight and trying to keep the chisel here straight and as flat as possible up against the bottom of the neck pocket. So we want to have that sit nice and square. So let's get that out of there and just take our little fret file. That should be good. Some here in the corner. Take the razor. Actually, a little bit of trimming. fingers out of the way. So I'm just squaring up the very corner here. And it looks good, although not perfect. I think that'll suffice. Let me get you in camera here. I'm just cleaning up the bottom corner of this. Hard to see with the camera, with my phone in the way here. Sorry for the mouth breathing. I'm also checking to see if the wall of that pocket's flat up against the back of the chisel. And looks good to me. Okay, let me pause here real quick. Let me vacuum all the little sanding dust and all the little pieces of wood out, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, all cleaned up. Well, now that I turned the camera back on, I found some more stuff to the right side of the bench to get out of the way, because about to start gluing, and this is a fun, exciting, scary moment. But we do have our clamps ready. Got these two babies right here. I don't have any bigger ones, so I'm gonna have to settle with these, which is just fine for me. All I know, I did a test fit earlier, make sure clamping securely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of wood, push it up against the back of that neck pocket, and the clamps will sit on top. And you can see I did a little bit of testing there. You can see the marks from the clamps. Push that up against there, and then when the neck is sitting in there on that pocket, we're gonna put that right there for the top of the clamps. These guys right here to sit on top of there, so we don't mar up the wood like I did earlier. But, well, a little late, but still good. Okay, let's see now. Okay, I need to take a breather. This is making me really nervous. By breather, I meant grab my little vapey vape. I need that shot of nicotine. If you're a smoker, I highly suggest switching over to the vapor stuff, because it's honestly it's saving my life. Okay, and nicotine as well as this is apple juice. It's really good apple juice. It's apple juice made by a ship captain. I believe his name was Morgan. Anyway, let's start the gluing process. So here we go. There's pretty much no turning back now. I know, cat. Oh, that's my little cat, Pickles. Yes, his name is Pickles. He's not even a year old. Little boy my friend Tiffany found in a field along with his siblings. And the good part is about that, they all did end up finding homes. So yay. I know most of my friends call me a cat lady. I'm pretty much an animal person altogether. Cat, dog, fish. Well, not so much in fish and birds. They don't entertain me as much, I guess. So, whatever. Okay, bottom of the pocket's filled up. Let's get the end of the neck. Little bit of glue there. Come on. Sorry, I'm going off camera a bunch here. A little bit of glue on the side, just for the hell of it. Okay, let's get an even distribution. And And by even, I mean everywhere. Now, glue off. Should have gotten a wet rag. This would have been easier to take off with my fingers. Okay, now, let's shove this puppy in there. Okay, start in the back. Start in front. Let's try to get it in there straight. Come on. Oh boy. The glue. Where's that drill going? It's alright. Glue man. Come on. I think the glue made the veneer expand some. So, a little more work involved in it. Come on. Okay, that's mostly in there. Okay, now sorry, I gotta push down on, make sure it's rushed up against that wall. Okay. Now, clamps. Get that. There we go. The bottom. Start with this clamp. It's gonna be easier to put on. What am I doing? Why am I pressing down? Okay. Okay, that's one end. More towards the middle. Okay, got one. 2. Okay, that's not sitting flush at the bottom. That glue made the wood expand some, so let's hurry up and take this off. Bound to make mistakes. Again, inexperience, so we learn from our mistakes. Alright. Okay, round 2. Sorry, I'm gonna go a little off camera so I keep bumping. Damn it. Okay, I'll be back later. Okay, it looks like the glue just either expanded the wood or made all or the glue just made it way too tight for it to go in, and there is a such thing as too tight. So I'm going to clean this off, and it is a little bit late. I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to clean this off and try again in a couple days when I have more time, more patience to spare. So I'm going to have another sip of my apple juice, and catch you guys later. Mistakes happen. Live and learn. And I could have let that sit there and adjusted the bridge, but I wasn't going to be happy with that, so we'll start over. Bye. You know what? I'm the most spastic guy out here, but I guess I'll show you how I'm taking the glue off. So, since the glue's still wet, I could easily use a chisel to get the majority of it off. I'm just scraping it off using the edge of the chisel. Scraping it off the sides. Just wipe it on my old t-shirt here. Try to get as much of it off as possible. Corners. Yeah, that neck was glue just made the neck sit in. It basically, the glue just pretty much stopped it from going all the way down, and I didn't think about the glue expanding or making the pocket too tight. So, because without the glue it was just fine. Well, let's not go that way. Without the glue it was just fine. So didn't think about the aftermath of having glue in there, and that's what happens when I start rushing. Mistakes get made. So start over. I'm definitely not going to settle for a bad glue joint on the neck. So anyway, after I scrape off as much of this stuff, I'm going to get a wet rag and just wipe off as much of the glue as I can, and then tomorrow, when this all dries again, I'm gonna shave off some of the sides of the walls with my trusty Crimson Guitars file and try to glue it back on again. And this time, think about the consequence of having glue inside a very tight neck pocket. Anyway, hope you learned something. I'm pretty sure if I get any views on this video, I will get a lot of comments of people saying, "Oh, why did you do this? Well, you don't know what you're doing." I'm like, I kind of don't know what I'm doing. This is, again, this is my first set neck guitar, so it's a big time learning process. And I've built guitars in the past, or put together guitars in the past from kits and pawn shops that, you know, just needed a bit of fixing up. And those were all bolt-ons, and you know, I've intonated several set neck guitars and all that, but never truly got into building or putting together a set neck kit. So, live and you learn. And to be honest, I said I was kind of rushing. I kind of wasn't. I was kind of confident in Wolf was gonna, that, you know, that everything was gonna go smoothly. It'll go in there nice and fine, but maybe I got too confident. That's also something to account for. Let's scrape that off. We'll glue on top. Okay. Again, I'm keeping it as flat as possible, so all I'm taking off is the glue that's sitting on the surface. Let's do that. That's good. Let's get the neck. Creaky chair. Try to get all this off as well. And same thing when I'm done getting the majority of it off, I'm going to get a wet rag and try to wipe off as much as possible. Give it a light sanding. Some 320. Doesn't need to be too fine. Needs something to glue to grip on anyway, so a little bit of rough sandpaper isn't going to hurt anything. If it is, let me know. But I probably won't see it until I'm actually done with this guitar, since, you know, the majority of my views are coming from me looking at my own videos, and that's okay. I'm doing this just for fun. If anybody views these videos, thank you. I appreciate it. I welcome all comments and criticisms, and if you start bashing me, I probably deserve it, but I'll accept that only if I deserve it. And chances are I do, but if you're just being a prick, I will come after you. And I will come after you hard, like a wildebeest or a Mexican fighting chicken. Anyway, cheers. Okay, I didn't want to wait. The water's pretty much dried off. All glue residue is pretty much gone. Cleaned up off of the neck joint and the neck pocket. So right now, I'm just widening that neck pocket just a little bit. I started some earlier, so just making it just a little bit, just a hair wider, so it's a little bit easier to get the neck in there, and with the glue it should slip in there a little bit easier and sit flat up against the bottom. Excuse me, I'm looking for one of my brushes. Which I cannot find. Well, there's a sanding block I was looking for. If your files are caked in a bunch of stuff, just clean it off. And a little bit of stuff left in there, but I'm okay with that. Should cut a little bit better now. Keeping it as flat as possible up against the veneer, so a nice even distribution of, you know, even filing all the way up and down. I know, kid, it's your midnight time or your 10:30 time to go get your cat freak out going, meowing at nothing or a ghost, something, whatever. Cleaning the file off, and because I can only get this end in, and as soft as this veneer is right now, it's collecting up there fairly quickly. And I'm going to do just a little bit on the side of the neck as well. So 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. And same thing on the side, other side. 12, 13, 14, 15. See how that goes. Still pretty tight. Still got a lot more to do. So, keep going. Anyway, I'll pause it here and keep going at this for probably another half hour before I stop. Anyway, be back. Okay, I'm back after some filing and pushing down. Pretty darn close. And there we are. Cleaning off some of the glue. Set time for later. Now, we set this sucker in stone, or in this case, glue, or my other clamps. So we're there, the little boo-boo has been cleaned, and I'm tired. But this was gonna get done tonight, no matter what. And that's sitting on the bottom a lot better. So, there the clamp on the other side. Good squeeze out at the bottom. That's in there nice and flush. The rest of the glue out of there, so cleanup will be easier later. Oh yeah, much better. So what I ended up doing is filing down the inside of that neck pocket. Mind me, I'm just cleaning up some of the glue residue here, or squeeze out, and it came out pretty evenly, so that means got a good glue joint going. And so what I ended up doing, as I was saying, I ended up using my fret leveling file to wind that neck pocket out a little bit, just a little bit, and I just kept trying to push it in, but it wouldn't. So what I did is I took some 220 and went at the neck joint, and that actually, oh cat, you see I'm trying to explain something here to the two people watching this channel, one of them being me. Anyway, I started going at the neck joint itself, and with the 220 that went by fairly quickly, and finally got a good fit. Did a test fit without glue and made sure I could pull it off a little bit easier than I originally had it. So now that baby is sitting in there, and it's not going to go anywhere. A little bit of extra tightness on the front board. These guys are padded, so it'll be fine. And I'm going to end up leveling the frets anyway when I'm done with this. Unless they're fine, then I'll just leave them be. But getting some more squeeze out here. Yeah, when you're gluing something nice and tight like this, and you're going to finish it later, get as much of the glue out as possible The rest of it later, I'm going to go at it with a chisel or my files, and some sandpaper or something. I also have some of these Stumac micro files, so I can get into nice tight joints in there. So cleanup will be easy once I get to that point. But right now I'm just trying to get as much of the glue out with just this little chisel here. So, excuse me. That's apple juice.